Hi everyone! In this video, I'll be going over complex sentences, adverb clauses. What do you notice about this sentence? When Lourdes left Honduras, Enrique missed her. What's the subject in this sentence? Lourdes. What's the verb? Left. And the complete thought? Honduras. But then we have another subject, another verb, and another complete thought. This is what we call a complex sentence. It has a subordinating conjunction in one of the clauses. These are different than compound sentences, which we studied last week, which had and, but, or, so, with a comma in the middle. Those were called coordinating conjunctions, the fanboys. Here, we have subordinating conjunctions. These are words like when, after, before, if. Let's learn more about these complex sentences. Complex sentences basically have a dependent clause and an independent clause. This is different from compound sentences which had two independent clauses. Let's look at an example. When Enrique tried to go north by train, he faced many dangers. This here is a dependent clause. This means it's not complete. It's dependent on the other clause. When Enrique tried to go north by train, this thought is not finished. That's what makes it a dependent clause. And we have a subordinating conjunction. And then we have an independent clause. He faced many dangers. This is a complete sentence that can stand on its own. And it's followed by the comma. There are different types of complex sentences. There are adverb clauses, adjective clauses, and noun clauses. This week we're going to be focusing on the first type, which are adverb clauses. And those are the examples I showed you previously with when. Let's talk a little bit about word order. After she moved to the US, life wasn't easy. We have our subordinating conjunction and dependent clause, and our independent clause after the comma. Well, with these adverb clauses, you can actually change the order. And this is the comma right here. Sorry, this circle should be over a little. What you can do with these types of clauses is you can bring the independent clause at the beginning, life wasn't easy, and then have your dependent clause come after. Life wasn't easy after she moved to the US. So you can kind of switch the clauses. And they're both correct. It just depends how you want your text to flow. If you have the dependent clause come second, the subordinating conjunction goes in the middle and there's no punctuation, no comma. Here are some examples of common subordinating conjunctions that I want us to practice this week. As, while, when, after, before, even though, if. As I learn more, I become smarter. As has the same meaning as while, meaning at the same time. While I'm learning to read, I'm learning to write. This means at the same time. And it's similar to as. When I go to school, I learn a lot. I think we know when, that means at the time. After I took the class, I could speak English better. So this is what happened after. Before I took the class, I had a hard time communicating. This is what happened before, earlier in time. Even though I make some mistakes, I can communicate very well. We use even though to show contrast. It's similar to but or however. even though I make mistakes. So I make mistakes sometimes, but I can still communicate very well. So it carries the same meaning as but. These two clauses show contrast. If sets up a condition. If I continue to take classes, I will get better. So this is hypothetical. Pay attention to verb tenses. Use present tense if you talk about a habit or general truth. When I read books, I learn so many new words. This is generally true. I'm not talking about a specific time. We use the simple past if you talk about something that happened in the past. Last semester when I read the book, I learned so many new words. So this happened in the past, so I'm going to use the simple past. Sometimes we use past continuous if you talk about something in progress. For example, while I was reading the book, I was annotating. So those two things are happening kind of simultaneously in the past at the same time. I was reading and I was annotating. So you want to emphasize, if you want to emphasize the duration of a past act, you can use past continuous. How can we finish these sentences? Let's practice. As or while I watched the grammar video, what did you do? As I watched the grammar video, comma, I took notes. I took notes as while I watched the grammar video. You can say it both ways. Even though I make grammar mistakes, I am getting better. Or I can say, I'm getting better even though I make grammar mistakes. If I need help with grammar, comma, I can meet with the tutor or teacher. I can meet with the tutor or teacher if I need help with grammar. So, learning these adverb clauses just takes practice. So we'll do a very simple homework activity where you finish these sentences and you need to write them two ways, just like this, beginning with the subordinating conjunction and then the subordinating conjunction in the middle. Make sure you have the comma when you begin with the subordinating conjunction at the beginning of the sentence. You need to use before, after, when, while, and if. You can use these sentence starters if you want, or create your own original sentences. And pay attention to verb tenses. I look forward to practicing grammar with you, and see you soon. Bye.